We are about to enter an island where there is a snake for every square meter. Wanzaniti Zambo. And not just any snake, but a venomous one. Unfortunately, I have to say that such a dangerous place really does exist. There is an island in Brazil known as Snake Island, where there are many snakes, especially one of the deadliest snake species in the world. A snake whose venom can cause kidney failure, internal bleeding, and death in less than an hour. But before you get even more terrified, let me add right from the start that no human is officially allowed to enter Snake Island, because the military has placed the island under strict supervision, and the government has banned entry to it. Therefore, only scientists with special permits and accompanied by a medical team are allowed to enter Snake Island, and even then, only for a few hours. So maybe we can conclude that there are things on this island that even the government is afraid to get close to. And this is exactly where our story begins. Somewhere off the coast of Brazil, about 33 kilometers from the shore of São Paulo state, there is a small piece of land in the Atlantic Ocean called Ilha da Queimada Grande. Of course, the world knows it by another name: Snake Island. As the name of the island suggests, what makes this island so unique and dangerous is the presence of thousands of snakes of a particular species called the golden lancehead. These snakes are among the most venomous snakes on earth. Their venom is up to 5 times more potent than that of ordinary snakes, and they are so dangerous that even a small bite from them can end the life of an adult human in just a few minutes. Interestingly, the local people living around this island have been creating legends about it for centuries. For example, one of the most famous of these stories is that they say there was once a lighthouse keeper who lived on this island with his family. But one night, the snakes entered their house through the windows and doors, and you can probably guess what happened next. By morning, none of them had survived. Now, it's possible that these stories about the lighthouse keeper, his family, and their massacre by snakes are just a bunch of rumors that have been passed around, with each person adding something to the tale and making it scarier. But in the end, there is some truth behind these legends. As the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. What I mean is, these scary legends might just be baseless rumors without any evidence or documentation to prove them. But one thing is certain, and that is the presence of one of the most dangerous species of venomous snakes on this island. Interestingly, according to biologists, about 11,000 years ago, when sea levels rose, this island essentially became separated from the mainland, and as a result, the snakes, with no way out, became trapped on the island. Of course, since there were no natural predators or carnivores there to prey on the snakes, their population gradually increased to the point where it's now said that you might encounter a snake in every square meter. What's more interesting is that some studies even report up to 5 snakes per square meter. So just imagine that a single moment and a small mistake is enough for a snake to bite us and inject its venom into our body. By the time we react and try to reach a boat or any kind of medical help, it would already be too late. But now, let's take a look at the theories that exist about Snake Island. One theory says that the Brazilian government has quarantined the island under the pretext of protecting rare species, but maybe the truth is something else. In fact, maybe there is something on that island that needs to remain hidden. For example, if you look at the symbol of medicine, or the rod of Asclepius, you'll see that a snake is coiled around a simple wooden staff. On the other hand, in many cultures, the snake is a symbol of renewal and healing. In fact, the snake sheds its skin and becomes new again. People believed that it represented healing and medicine. Moreover, the snake is a creature that can both kill and heal. I mean, actually, its antidote is made from its own venom. With all this in mind, one theory is that perhaps the Brazilian government has hidden an unknown medicinal resource on this island. Or maybe some special biological experiments are being conducted there. Some even say that the snakes were deliberately brought to the island so they could be used for specific purposes. That's why the government and the military keep a close watch over the island. But in this section, let's talk about a particular species of snake that lives on this island. The very snake you're seeing here is the golden lancehead, scientifically known as Bothrops insularis, which is only found on this island. Its venom contains a unique type of protein that causes the dissolution of body tissues. In other words, their venom not only causes pain, but also burns the body from the inside. Interestingly, a scientific fact about the golden lancehead's venom is that some studies have shown this very venom could be useful in the future for treating certain diseases such as cancer or blood clotting disorders. But as we mentioned before, ordinary people are not allowed to enter Snake Island, and only a select group of scientists with special permits can go there, and even then, only with a doctor and full equipment accompanying them. Now, why do you think all this caution is necessary? Because there are stories about scientists' trips to Snake Island that say while they were collecting samples, suddenly a snake fell from a tree onto their shoulder. So the danger is always lurking. In my opinion, this island is, in a way, a symbol of power, the power of nature. So this whole story reminds us that no matter how much technology and progress we humans achieve, we are still like a tiny, insignificant, and vulnerable drop in the face of nature. Now you tell me, I'd love to know what you think. If you ever had the chance to enter this island with protection and under special conditions, would you do it and accept the risk or not? Be sure to write your answer in the comments. Snake Island is not just a dangerous spot on the map. This island is a living laboratory, an amazing combination of fear, science, nature, and secrets that still haven't been fully uncovered. So maybe this story teaches us that perhaps some mysteries are better left undisturbed and untouched, just as they are.